Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Tony, and I am an EMT. Of course, this is my first video of the channel, so obviously you don't know who I am, but my name, like I said, is Tony, and I am an EMT. I worked on the ambulance for about 2 years, and I work in the hospital currently for about 2 years as well. So today you might be asking, what are we talking about? What are you making this video for? So this video is about Grey's Anatomy. So as multiple of you know, Grey's Anatomy has been going on for about 20 years. Literally 20 freaking years. And obviously in the beginning, a lot of people liked it. It's something a lot of people enjoyed. I enjoyed it too, but now it kind of sucks. But what a lot of people, a lot of doctors and nurses and some EMTs have said is how inaccurate it is when it comes to the portrayal of how the hospital is run. For example, when it comes to the main character, Meredith Grey.
So pick me, choose me, love me.
She is a surgeon.
I am a surgeon!
I think it was a general surgeon if I remember correctly. And the whole freaking show, which I don't get, I don't understand. All the surgeons do everything. They do the patient assessment. They do this, like when the trauma comes in. Like for example, for me specifically, when I come into when I was on the ambulance and I came in a hospital, a surgeon didn't see me unless it was like something, you know, they wanted to consult on about. But they didn't come in and talk to me, the EMT, about how's the patient, what's their vitals, yada yada. No, it was the nurses and the doctors, right? Another thing, where the hell are the nurses? There's literally like no nurses in the whole freaking show, and it's like, well, the backbone of the hospital, literally. Same with the CNAs and everyone else, but it's like the nurses, like where's the nurses? Literally the surgeons are literally doing every single thing in the show, and it's like, it's not how it is in real life, right? And the amount of people in the show who are making out, who are going and having sex in the freaking like the sleeping quarters or whatever, it's like, I don't know how it is in other hospitals. You guys can tell me, but it's not how it is in my hospital. And then another thing is when the EMTs come, I don't know how accurate it is when it comes to that, because when I go into a hospital, we call ahead of time, right? We give them all the info, like the vitals and everything, over the phone. And sometimes we don't have time for that, especially if we're really close. But when they come in, the doctors, it's only the doctors, only the surgeons come out and ask questions. But it's like, no, why are you asking me questions out here? Obviously, some other hospitals, they might be different, but in the hospitals that I've gone to, which is a lot, I usually go into a room or a trauma bay, depending on what it is, and then I give my report. You know, oh, patient Susan, know who, whatever, right? Susan came in. She came in with a fall, GCS of 12 or something crap like that. Last time her, you know, whatever, just a report. Like say stuff like, you know, blood pressure 120/80, pulse of, you know, tachycardia freaking 120 or whatever, just like a bunch of stuff. I guess it's like they don't really go more on the EMTs. It's literally just two people, which I also don't think is true, because usually depending on the situation, especially in a trauma situation, it's a lot of people. It's like 3 or 4 people in the back, right? Because, you know, someone's trying to get an IV, someone's trying to, you know, call report, somebody's trying to, you know, hold the patient down or something. It really depends on the situation, but it's not just 2 EMTs. It's not just the driver and just the EMT. It's like, it's multiple people. And then, like I said, when it comes to the medical stuff, sometimes I'm just like, what? Like, they got like the rarest freaking things in the world. Like, what? Like, they come in with freaking diseases I even heard of. I'm like, what? Or like, why is there just random freaking people coming in with the craziest disease? And then that one episode, the infamous episode that a lot of people don't like, is when it was this guy, and I'll show it on the screen. It was this guy, and he shot basically by a bazooka or a missile or something like that, but it didn't explode. And so, you know, Meredith Grey, the main character, was holding the bomb for a long time, and then this guy comes in and he is like bomb disposal, and you think it's like, wow, like great, you know, like, you know, they got rid of the bomb, everyone's safe. And then at the end of the episode, that happens. So it's like, and then after that, nobody talks about it. Like, nobody like is like, hey, do you remember when that guy like became Pink Mist? Like, what's going on? But no, it's just crazy. But that, like, a lot of continuity things. It's just like things that would be life altering for a lot of people, especially like a hospital blowing up. Basically, it's like kind of brushed under the rug. But yeah, no, it's just like there's a bunch of things in the Grey's Anatomy that I can go into. This just was my little rant. It's just like, what is going on with this show? And now, like, the, you know, even the, I don't think the main character Meredith Grey isn't even in the show anymore. I think she left a while back, and all the good characters like Alex Karev and I'll show above my favorite characters, but they're gone. Like, they're not even there anymore. So it's just like, what even is this show anymore? But yeah, as an EMT and someone that works in the hospital, like, it's just not very accurate when it comes to the medical situations, especially with like the crazy ones and stuff that would get people fired. Like, there's a bunch of episodes where I'm just like, how did you not get fired, or how did you not get like reprimanded, you know, worse than they actually did? But yeah, no, this was my little rant. I don't yell. I don't really do all that stuff. So, no, yeah, but it is crazy. In the beginning of the seasons, like, I thought it was great. I thought it was a good show. I wasn't an EMT or in the hospital by then, so I was like, wow, is this how it is in the hospital? Like, that's crazy. But now that I'm working in the hospital, it's just like, this is so stupid. Like, what? It's like, I don't know. And like I said, the fact that, where's the respiratory therapist? Where's the nurses? Where's the cardiac and this and that? Like, you think that these surgeons know everything. They're like, oh, this patient has this and this and this. I'm like, brother, you're not a cardiac specialty doc. You're a general surgeon. Like, it's like, what's going on? Like, just so much randomness and stuff. But yeah, anyways, that was my little rant. I just want to be able to upload more of these, because sometimes I don't see videos of people in my position, especially EMT or work in a hospital, talk on these situations, because usually it's either a nurse or a doctor, which I'm just like, what about us? What about like the CNAs, the MAs, the EMTs, who are also helping a lot? You know, we're also, especially me, like for me, I do IVs, I do EKGs, I do procedures with the nurses, I obviously do vitals, and I do a lot of things, and I spend a lot of time with the patient, especially you know, making sure they're doing good. It's like, what about our stories? You know, what about us? You know, I feel like we're also important. But I want to make longer form content. You know, I want to be able to do one on The Resident and The Pit, which I heard a lot of people say is very accurate, but I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, let's meet you guys. Like I said, my name is Toni, and I'll see you guys later.